those who got excited about, in a sense, the new knowledge, a new thinking. And they had speculations, they had assumptions, and they were delving into spiritual things and coming up with their theories. Okay? And teaching these things at that time. And that's what Paul is addressing there. It says, beware lest any man spoil you. You get that? Through philosophy and vain deceit. We think, oh, my faith was not enough to get it. We think we need more faith to get it. And so we're praying more and declaring more and trying to get what already belongs to us. See? It says, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men. See? They have a way of thinking. They have an established tradition. This is the way it's always been. This is the way it's going to be. And not after Christ. Then it says, after the rudiments of the world. It's referring to people being taught according to the principles of this world. Why would you live according to the principles of this world? For example, I've got this feeling in my body, and so my temperature's up, I'm losing appetite, and I'm feeling so weak and probably throwing up, and I'm thinking that means I've got malaria. That's according to the principles of this world. So I've got malaria. How do you know you've got malaria? You had to be taught that you had malaria. You don't know you have malaria except you're taught. You don't even know what the name means. You've got to be taught. I tell people, there is no congenital poverty. Nobody was born poor. Nobody was born poor. No one was born poor. We think, oh, come on. If the father and the mother didn't have nothing, then that child was born poor. No, nobody was born poor. There's nobody in the world who was born with something in his hand. Everybody was born the same way. So what happens to people? It's very simple. You've got to be taught. Poverty is taught. Poverty is taught. You're taught to be poor. You're taught to be poor. So you look at your home, you're growing up. It's not congenital. Look at you. Oh, look, those kids over there. They're happy, they're well dressed. So why don't I have those toys? And they say, they're rich, we're poor. He didn't know that. He thought his father had everything. He was satisfied. He wasn't asking for anything. He's a little guy. He's not asking for anything. Children just grow up and love wherever they're put. They don't care. You have to let them know, this is where we are. We're different from those other guys over there. They're rich, we're poor. He didn't know that. Oh, really? He didn't care that you didn't have a car and the other guys had a car. It didn't matter to him. He didn't think that meant he was poor. He had to be taught that you can't have it because you're poor. You need to have money before you can have that. He didn't know that because the parents or guardians or those that were bringing him up had the poverty mentality themselves. See, they were poor in their minds. Now they're teaching the kid how to be poor. So he grows up learning poverty. And then he reproduces poverty. I tell people money exists in the mind of the poor. There's no such thing as money. Don't be deceived. Everything you ever have, everything you ever require is inside you. When you think God's thoughts, when you're brought into this environment,